I start with that?
I know, don't do that.
As many of you know, I'm in the process of moving out of my condo, moving in with my fiance. I've lived at my place for 22 years. 22 years worth of books. 22 years worth of knickknacks for my travels. And also stuff from my grandma's condo. Now, Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters, there's probably enough here for 4 speeches. But what I'm going to talk to you today about is the stuff from my grandma's condo. You see, when I moved to Florida 27 years ago, almost to the date, September 1997, I moved into my grandma's condo. This was in Sunrise Lakes. She was living in independent living at the time, so she wasn't living there. The place was empty. So I moved in. And oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, the memories this place had. For this kid, this skinny kid without many friends, who hated cold weather, who hated as much as putting on a light jacket, who hated the snow, who hated all the dirt that comes from trudging in winter, who hated the browns and grays of winter, coming to Florida, to this condo in spring break. This was Club Med, Disney World, paradise, all put together. It all started while coming in from the plane, walking through the jet bridge, feeling the whoosh of warm air. We'd walk out to the gate and see all the grandparents waiting for their kids. We'd walk to their car across the street, the warm weather in the parking lot. There was no parking garage in those days. I could smell the floral scents along with the velour of Grandpa's Buick Century. We'd take the 45-minute ride from the airport to their condo in Sunrise Lakes. Now you might be wondering, why did it take that long for that drive? And it's not because my grandfather drove slow. Or I should say it's not just because he drove slow. It's because 595 wasn't built yet. We get to the condo. We'd smell the newness of it all. The white, the upholstery with the plastic on it so we wouldn't ruin it. You're given a stack of brochures for all these tourist attractions. Ocean World, Parrot Jungle, Monkey Jungle. We can go where we wanted every day. We go to the beach or the pool if it was nice out. If it was rainy out, we go to the Broward Mall, or as my grandma from Brooklyn used to say, the Broward Mall. They'd allow us to play with the computers at Sears. They'd buy us a toy in each of the stores. And for dinner, Grandma would make her brisket. And for dessert, Breyer's vanilla ice cream. It was delicious. Once or twice, we'd go out to eat. We'd have gourmet meals in fancy restaurants. And just to show you how advanced my palate was at such a young age, these were really just the early bird specials. Those were the best days of my life. Best days of my young childhood. I cried on the car going back to the airport. Yet now I was giving that stuff away to Goodwill, the stuff from my grandma's condo. Now people ask me if it was hard. And it was hard. It was hard getting all that stuff in the car. So I'll tell you, things have changed. Sunrise Lakes isn't just middle-class Jews from Brooklyn and Queens anymore. It's still an over 55 community. And over 55 in those days meant being really, really old. Now I'll tell you a secret. I turned 54 last May. So I'm 8 months away from being really, really old. South Florida has changed as well in other ways. It's more diverse. There are more people. There are attractions we didn't think of. The world's largest outlet mall. hotels that are shaped with guitars. But the validation, the real validation came in the soothing words from my mom when I told her I was giving this stuff away. She said, quote unquote, "David, you know, most of that stuff was cruddy anyway." Thank you very much.